Hello YouTube and Indian motorcycle community. I'm Brandon Davidson, the owner of Davidson Audio, where we specialize solely in Indian motorcycle audio solutions for you. And today we're going to be doing a different video where we are going to review 6 different LED headlights on our shop bike here. It is a 2019 Indian Chieftain Dark Horse in white smoke. And the purpose of this video is to hopefully help you make the decision on which LED headlight is right for you. So enough talking, let's get this video started. All right, now at the front of the bike, what we're going to be doing is removing the headlight of the motorcycle. Now, when we purchased this bike, it already came with an aftermarket headlight. Nonetheless, OEM, aftermarket, they all go in and out the exact same way. You only need one tool to get this job done, and that is just a standard Phillips head screwdriver. So let's go ahead and get this light removed, and then I will reverse that and show you how to put it back in. What you do is just simply grab the bezel piece around the headlight. I like to grab right here and then pop it right out. There's 2 clips right here with a little tab at the bottom which goes down into this groove. So when you go to put it on, you push down, you put it down here first and then you snap it back in. The 4 screws are located here, 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 and here. That holds the LED light bezel onto the headlight, which holds the headlight into the bucket. So let's go ahead and get these removed. Now that we have the 4 screws removed, the headlight bezel ring will come right off. Like I said, just 4 little screws. Set that aside. The headlight will literally just come right on out. And then back here, you will just disconnect the H7 connector from the OEM connector. Now, one thing to note is on these buckets, there is 2 adjustments. So if you want to adjust your headlight side to side or up and down, it's these 2 Allens right here. So you can put your headlight in and put the bike here with the light on and adjust these to get it down, up, side to side a little bit. And then right down here, it's just got a single stud that goes into rubber bushing and holds it there and isolates it. And then lastly, there are 3 tabs on the back of the headlight, 1, 2, and 3. Those correspond to these 3 right here. So when you go to put the headlight back in, which is the reverse step of how we took it off, you plug the headlight in first and then tuck it up out of the way. You'll see a DOT number on the top, or DOT lettering at the top of the headlight. That's going to correspond to the top, which is where this tab is. So you're just going to rotate the light, and you should be able to rotate it minimally, but it won't go anywhere. So let's go ahead and get this ring back on. I like to do here is hold the headlight up in its place and just go around and tighten all of these. And now that you have all those tight and your headlight's in the right orientation, the last thing is to put this back on. Align the 2 bottom tabs with this little notch right here. You're gonna put it down, line up these, 1 snap, 2 snap, and that's it. So that is the removal and installation of this headlight. So now let's go ahead and go over to the workbench where we are going to do a comparison of all these headlights. All right, now that we are back to the workbench, we are going to go over the 6 different headlights that we have. And just a quick disclaimer, this video was not sponsored by any company. They did not send me anything for free, minus this one headlight here, with no obligations to do a video. The reason for this video is simply because I see a lot on the pages and the forums, people asking about headlights back and forth. And I haven't seen a very good video of a solid comparison of multiple headlights on one bike. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So that way, hopefully, it'll help someone make the right decision on what they want. So let's go over some of these headlights, give you some information on them, and then we're going to get these every single one of these lights will be installed on the bike. So just quick runoff. The whole top row, all three of these headlights are from Eagle Light. This one is a JW speaker adaptive headlight. This headlight is a new one that Leo Baggers is coming out with. And then this last one is a Hogworks light. So let's start off from the top. This is a Eagle Light Generation 3 LED headlight. The part number for this is 8700BG3H with a retail price of $199.99. And as you can see, it's got a nice halo ring around it. It's got six different LEDs on it. You have the top, the middle, the two bottoms, and the outers. So it's a very nice solid light. I'm really curious to see how this one does on the bike. And then what they have here is their typical H7 connector to here, but it looks like they put a adapter on it to wire in the halo light. So now the halo light will be on all the time. This light is also Eagle Light. This is their Infinity Beam, part number IB7-B. And the retail on this is going to be $299.99. Nice little heat sink on it, not too deep. And then this one is going to have a low and a high beam with a little bar on there. And what Eagle Lighting did is, again, typical H7 connector. And then what they did here is they put a crimp in connector here so you can leave that on there. And what that does is it constantly illuminates that little bar. This one I picked up just because I thought it was quite interesting, because as you can see, it's super thin and I think it just kind of looks cool. So this is Eagle Light's Slim Line, and as you can see, that's why it's called Slim Line, is it's super small, built-in heat sink on the back, typical H7 connector. They do have this bare wire here. I'm guessing that this wire can be tied in to illuminate this little bar at all times. So when we get this on the bike, we'll do some testing and see. But the part number for this is SL8729B, and the retail price on this headlight is $179.99. This headlight right here is the JW Speaker Adaptive 2 headlight, part number 8790, with an MSRP price of $666. Again, it's got the oh-so typical H7 connector, nice little secure tab here, beefy heat sink. And if you are not familiar with adaptive headlights, that's what these 5 LEDs on each side are for. So when you're riding and you turn, say, this way, these will light up illuminating that side of the road, and vice versa. When you turn, these will illuminate. So pretty cool headlight. I've been using this on my Indian Challenger. Absolutely love it. We're going to see how it works on the Chieftain. Leo Baggers LED headlight that they're coming out with. This is also an Infinity Beam light. I don't have a part number for it as they did not give me one. This one MSRP is for $199.99. As you can see, it's identical headlight to the Eagle Light. They have a adapter, which on the Chieftain you will not need, but for the Challengers you will need that. So we'll just set that aside. What I did do on this one is, because they send you these 2 wires bare, I did strip them and solder them together, because that again illuminates this bar. So I will be curious to see how this one and this one go head to head. I am fairly certain these 2 lights are identical and they come from the same warehouse in China, so we will see. I do know that Eagle's light has been out for quite a while, so we will see between the 2. Now lastly, we have the Hogworks Halo Maker. This is a part number HW167005. This one has quite the hefty heat sink on the back, nice sealed connector right there, and then again these 2 wires tied together for the LED. This has a nice 4 LED system on it, so we will see how this one performs as well. So we went ahead and gave you guys a breakdown of all 6 headlights. I went over the part numbers, the pricing, the manufacturing of them, and then we also went ahead and on the screen, the split screen, we put up the LED lights in the garage, the high-low beam and how it shines on the garage, and then even on the bike itself driving at night. So I want to do some clarification and explaining on how I did that. So what I did is I set up the bike in the garage, roughly 8 to 10 feet away from the garage door, tried to level it the best I could, so I didn't have my bike jack there. And what I did is I put the camera on the light and on the door, so that way you can see it, and I had intervals of about 3 seconds of low beam, so you can see the pattern on the door, and then switched over to high beam, so you can see that pattern. And then after I did that with every single headlight, one right after another, I went and I took all 6 headlights, put one in the bike, went up the road, found a nice dark road, put one camera up on the handlebars and one on the crash bars, and I ran the same loop with every single headlight at about roughly the same speed, 40 to 45 miles per hour, and captured low beam down and back up the road, turn around, high beam down and back up the road to make it as even as I could possibly. So both lights, or all 6 lights, sorry, have had as close of a comparison as I can do. So like I said, this was the same road, one right after another, so it was within an hour period of time from start to finish, same night, everything. So I try to make it as even, like I said, as possible. So my recommendations and my ratings from, you know, 1st to 6th place is solely my opinion. I'm not endorsed, no company sponsored these videos. This is just my personal opinion after installing all 6 of these lights on the bike back to back to back, running them at night. So with that being said, we're gonna go from 6th place to 1st place. And my personal opinion for 6th place was the Hogworks LED light. The reason for this, and we'll put up the video here while I'm talking, is I felt with the Hogworks, this is the light the bike came with, the low beam, I felt like I could outrun the low beam very, very easily. And what I mean by outrunning the low beam is that I didn't feel it put out enough light far enough to properly light up the road. So that's where I get the term of I felt like I was outrunning it. So by the time the low beam was ending, I felt like I was already meeting that and fighting to get more light. Now the high beam on the light is good, I like it, but how many of us are really gonna be rolling around town with the high beam all the time? I know I've gone through a habit of I'll do it once in a while, just roll with the high beam so people see me. But realistically in town and in the city, you're not gonna be doing that. So that's my reasoning for putting the Hogworks in last place. Now, I put 5th and 4th place, I tied the light, and that light would be both Leo Baggers and Eagle Lights Infinity Beam. I put these lights in the same category, and the reason I did that is because I felt like I had the same issue with these lights. I was outrunning the low beam. I don't feel like the low beam on the Infinity lights is all that great. It's a little bit better than the Hogworks, but I still felt like I was outrunning it. Now the high beam on these lights is phenomenal. It was a lot better than the Hogworks. I felt like at that point I was like, great, the lights carry their own. But at the end of the day, I still felt like these lights, especially the low beams, just didn't perform very well. So that's why these are 4th and 5th place. Now between the 2 of them, I felt like they performed about the same. So I would probably put the Eagle at 5 and the Leo Baggers at 4 just because of the price point difference. So that's up to you all. They are made of the same plant over in China, I'm pretty sure. So physically the lights are identical. I can't speak for the quality of material, no idea, so leave that up to you. Now for 3rd place, I'm going to put the JW Speaker Adaptive Headlight. And the reason for that primarily was price point. It is a very expensive headlight. I'm pretty sure real close to about the 600 to 650-ish range on that light. Now the lighting was great. I like the output of it. The low beam could have been a little bit brighter, but it still outperformed the infinity beam and the Hogworks light by far. High beam was really nice, and that adaptive feature is great. If you've never used an adaptive headlight, I would highly encourage finding somebody that has one, because where they really shine is when you're turning, especially on the Challengers. The Chieftain, the fairing moves with it, so it's not as big of a deal, but as you're turning, so if you turn this way, these LEDs will light up to help illuminate that side and vice versa. When you lean whatever way, it lights up. Really cool feature. I have one on the Challenger. I really love it, but like I said, I put it in third place for price point because it was the most expensive headlight out of all 6 that we tested. So, like I said, personal opinion. Now, for first and second, I put 2 headlights for those places because I felt that the low beam was very nice on both of them. The light pattern was really nice. The high beam was very nice as well. Illuminated everything. And for first and second place, I put both the Eagle Gen 3 light and the Slim LED. Obviously because it's super thin, this one's not. I put these at first and second. I'm not really gonna rank one better than the other. Hopefully the videos really show. These ones had really nice even light patterns. I felt like the low beam was very nice. It was very even. It lit up the road very well, and the high beam really kicked it in, filled in the sides further down the road. So that's why I picked these for first and second place. And then at the end of the day, it just comes down to what styling you like better. Now, I've had a couple people tell me that the Gen 3s don't work on the Challenger. It installs in the Challenger, it plugs in, it turns on high-low, everything works. But I heard it's a lower voltage draw or something. I haven't done the research into that. I will contact Eagle Lighting and see what their expertise is on that. But I did put it in the Challenger and it worked. I'm not telling you guys to go ahead and do that. I'm just personally saying I tried it. It works. Whether it works correctly, I don't know. All 6 of these lights were tested on our 2019 Chieftain. So they dropped right in, they plugged right in, and they worked very well. So again, just to recap, the Slim and the Gen 3 Eagle lights were first and second. Third place, I did put the JW Speaker adaptive light just because of price point. Then fourth and fifth were both infinity beams, the Leo baggers and Eagle lighting. And then the last place was the Hogworks. And just to reiterate one more time, these are my personal opinions and experience with all 6 lights. I know somebody's probably gonna drop a comment. I have the Hogworks, I absolutely love it. Or I have this one, I absolutely love it. I think your opinion's a little skewed. That's fine. We all have our own personal opinions. Again, nobody sponsored this video. The only person that sent me a light was Leo Baggers because I left a comment that they were coming out a new light, gave my personal opinion, decided to send me one to try. That's it. The other ones I purchased, I became a dealer for Eagle Lights to buy these because I've seen a handful of people buy them and like them. So I was like, why not just add them to the store? So I hope this video helps somebody. There's a lot of the light reviews I saw or comments and the questions on the pages were people asking. And then a lot of the videos I saw were just one light. They put it in, they shut it on the garage door, or they didn't really have the best of riding videos. So I hope I was able to provide that for you guys so that way it would help you make a more informed decision on what light works best for you. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's helpful, insightful. It helps you guys select a light. And if you want to buy an Eagle light, get a hold of us. We can get you whatever one you want. And for everybody that stayed tuned to the very, very end of this video, we are going to be doing a giveaway. And that giveaway is going to be a free Eagle LED light of your choice for either the Challenger or the Chieftain once we hit 500 subscribers. So everybody that's subscribed to the channel, you're going to be entered to win that LED headlight. What we'll do is we'll do a little raffle on it. We'll get a hold of you and let you choose whatever light it is, and we'll just drop ship it directly to you. So please, please, please subscribe to the channel, get the notifications, that little bell at the bottom, like it, watch our videos, that helps out, and share the videos. Like I said, as soon as we hit 500 subscribers, we're giving away any Eagle headlight that you guys want on us, shipped directly to you. So again, thank you guys for watching. Brandon Davidson of Davidson Audio, and I'm out.